Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Diamond Paintings with me, Mike. It's time to launch another painting to the channel. We do need a name, so if you could give me some suggestions in the comments, that would be most appreciated. This painting I had from 2022, and I've only just got around to doing it. It's quite an old one that I purchased, and I wasn't really sure if I wanted to have it as part of the tiger theme that we do in January, or whether it would tie in like, hello, or whether it would tie into like Valentine's. But I thought, you know what, this is sort of like a very sort of pinky flower one. You can see that she's got a pink flower in her hair. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it for Valentine's. I can assure you that we won't get this done this side of Valentine's, because this camera is going all over the place because we've left it a bit too late. I was going to launch it the other night, and I had to stay over at my relatives, so everything sort of went pear-shaped because it was Friday night. So it was Friday night and the feelings right, oh what a night. That's a song. But yeah, I was going to go over to my, I'm still not happy with this camera angle. What is going on here? Let's get this, having a bit of a play here, because I don't normally film in the evenings anymore, because I normally finish work around 4:30 to 5 o'clock, so it means I can get some daylight filming in. But today's just been so busy, just haven't had the time. And yeah, it's been, oh, we got a ghost. So it's just some boxes I've got under here that keep falling under the desk. So yeah, to finally be working on this now is quite lovely. But anyway, going back to, look, pink with a pink painting, guys. And yeah, so we'll do this for about an hour or so if the camera lets us. I have cleared storage, so hopefully we shouldn't encounter any issues with the storage side of things. I was going to film it earlier, but I was building a bit of my lorry and it took forever to upload. So it's only literally just finished. So it seems to happen every time it's raining. So yeah, I don't know whether that impacts it or something. I don't know. But yeah, I had to stay over at my relatives on Friday. No, it weren't Friday. It was Sunday. One of the days. No, Monday, sorry. I can't think. Because the landlord wanted to put in a new boiler. As you know, I've had some problems with my boiler, and the recent annual gas safety check failed. So they said that they've got to rip it out and put a new one in. Well, I've lived here since 2015, and I've probably gone through about 3 boilers now, which is not my fault. It's just the machines get old, and you know, and things play up and stuff. I had a lovely little Valiant one when I very first moved in, and it was ever so cute, and just so small and petite. And then they moved it to, that sort of worked for 4.5 years, and then it sort of packed up and failed the test. It's like I'd say like a boiler is like an MOT test, isn't it? When it fails its MOT, it has to go. Well, anyway, this Intergas one was nothing but problems. It was very, you know, nice touchscreen and stuff, but they said that when they come around to do the safety check thing, the something to do with the data badge was saying failed. So you know, when they do that diagnostic thing, it's like a computer, some sort of computer test thing that they plug into the and it's really interesting because they can plug the laptop into it, and then they basically it does some sort of test that reads it out on their computer and stuff, so it must go into the switchboard or the motherboard to do that. And yeah, so that was sort of like 2 years that I had that. It was fairly new put in, but after sort of like a couple of years down the line, it had to go because this Intergas company, apparently they only make it in 4 different versions, X or S or something like that. So now I've got a Worcester one, and it's the only way I can describe it is it's like looking at the Titan submersible. If you don't know what that is, the Titan submersible was a test submersible, and they basically, the way it maneuvered was it would have to be controlled by a mothership, and the submersible would be sitting under, like going the water, but near the mothership that controlled it. And basically Stockton Rush, who was the owner of Ocean Gate, he basically designed it so that it would work with a game controller. Now they did say that it was a test ship, so basically you're signing to say that if something goes wrong, you understand. And I think they said it was like £1,000 or £10,000, I can't recall the figure, to go down there. Well, of course it had a major mechanical problem and imploded, and yeah, they were killed instantly, because they wouldn't have felt it. It would have happened so quick. But what was annoying is they knew it imploded on the first day, but they didn't tell anyone until 4 days later when they found it on the ocean floor near Titanic. It was literally so close to Titanic. But yeah, going back to the boiler, this is what you've got, this big Worcester boiler, and the control on it is like a button, but it tells you, it's so cool because it tells you what usage you're using. I think they're trying to make boilers nowadays so that you you can test the usage without having a smart meter, I suppose. But it's just got this black sort of eyeball that looks like an eyeball with a button on it, and I call it the Titan submersible because that's how it looks. It did that with the Titan submersible. It had that big face thing on it, and that's all you could look at, just that semicircle hole. So yeah, so what happened was Monday night, I had to stay over at my mum's house because me and the landlord have had some arguments because they keep saying that I've not allowed access, and I've tried to explain to them that I can't do it when they say I work. I cannot do it. I can't be in 2 places at the same time. And then they kept saying that I didn't allow access when I did. I took photos, and they basically was saying that the engineer didn't come in, and I had photos of him sitting in the bathroom putting the damn thing on the wall. So, like the radiator. So it's just a lot of hassle with these repair people. So it was agreed that moving forwards, to stop it stressing me out, my mum would take over the repair. So she will come over, she'll deal with the repair, she will make sure that they're done, and basically if they're not done, she will get on the phone and find out why it's not been done. So it was like changing as basically like horse guards, where they change the guards in London. It was like that, but changing of the keys. So I basically looked after Molly and had a nice chilled out day at hers, filming ET and stuff, and then she came over mine and basically took care of the repair. So it all worked nicely. They put the new boiler in. I finally got my new radiator, which is nice. It's a double one, not them old crappy modern things. And yeah, so everything is, it's like a big weight lifted, I've been waiting so long for this to be done so that I can get on with not having any more bloody repairs. And yeah, it's just such a relief knowing that it's now gone and done and dusted, so which I know later retired granny loves that word, done and dusted. And yes, I did see your comment about it's soccer or something. Yes, in America they have so much better words for stuff. Football they call soccer, And I think our galaxy chocolate bar is your Milky Way. I can't remember. Someone told me that years ago, and I can't remember if that's right or not. But yeah, so we're not going to go obviously all the way yet because I just want to get to there, and then we'll look at bordering it. But I was like, I've so got to start this. So yeah, and I actually replaced the thermostats that sits on the wall. Apparently, the old thermostat wouldn't work with this new one, so the thermostats had to be changed as well. And it's like a LCD one, so you get like a little backlight on it. So, but apparently, when I don't know how it works, but my mum was saying something about that when you turn the setting down, if the sensor senses that it's too cold in the room, it automatically comes on, even though it's on manual. I never ever put my heating on automatic because if you did that, you'd be burning through gas and probably end up with £1,000 bill. So yeah, but I don't know how that does it. But it's so cool because it tells you the temperature of the actual house, and at the moment it's saying 20 Celsius. So I don't know if that's really cold or what, but we've had quite a miserable day today, rain. I don't know if you can hear that, but can you hear like water running? Well, that is because I've got the heating on and there's water running through the radiators. And this really weird thing happened, and I was taking a bath this morning, and when I let the plug, pull the plug out of the bath, there was this noise, and I thought, what the hell is that? So I looked, and it was coming from the toilet. So I looked at the toilet, and the toilet is bubbling, as if it's about like to erupt with a volcano. And when I googled why that was happening, they said it's something to do with an airlock or something with the vent. So obviously, because they've been playing around with the pipework, it's created an airlock, because really you shouldn't have an airlock in your radiators. The way to tell is if you turn the valve and there's air coming out, then you know that it's an airlock. 10 times out of 10 as well is if your radiator's cold, if your radiator's hot at the bottom and cold at the top, the chances are you've got an airlock, which means you need to bleed the radiator and let the air out. And then as soon as it starts gushing the air out, the minute it starts running water through the valve, then you switch it back off, because that means that it's cleared the air thing. So I need to have a look at that, because it's not very good, is it? A new radiator installed and already there's problems with it. So I have got a radiator key, because that's what's happening. And I checked around the other rooms, the bedroom and front room are fine, really lovely and hot. But the bathroom one is getting hot at the bottom but not at the top. So obviously he's not done a proper test on it and not balanced out the heating properly. So I need to just bleed that and just check to see if there is an airlock. If there isn't an airlock, then I might have to give them a call and say, well, I don't do calling anyway, but I'll just raise a repair on the portal, and I'll say, look, this is getting hot at the bottom. I've bled it and it's still doing it. So yeah, so we'll see how long this boiler lasts until that packs up. I think that's really bad, 2 years and it's already packed up. It's supposed to be a brand new boiler. What's that all about? But I've got to wait a whole year before they can do the annual gas safety check and then see if it passes, and if it does, yay. So yeah, okay, so what I want to do now is I just want to see if we can block this down. We did have someone, I think it was Janet, Cuckoo for Diamond Painting. She mentioned, was it Flo? Did you say Flo or Flowy? No, Fiona. Someone mentioned I should call it Fiona. I can't remember if it was I can't remember if it was you, but I think it was Janet. So I'll put that on the list. What I'll do is I'll let it drag until next Thursday, and if there's no other names, then we'll call it your name. That you mentioned, which I believe you said Fiona. So yeah, yeah. If some people can give me some more names, that'd be great. So yeah. Now this will slip and slide because I can't put it up here, because if it goes up there I clamp it and it covers, it will end up like that, and I can't drill it like that. So I could if it was daylight, but it's been a while since I, as I said, recorded in the evening. I tend to do that. I tend to record the minute I get in or the night before, you know, and get it pre-recorded at like 5 in the morning, ready for the day. And yeah. But next week, guys, it is the unboxing that we've got next week is the first gift from you said Christmas with Yvonne. It's the first gift with Why with Bergs on, and I've still got that wrong. It's Shenanigans with the Bergs. Sorry, Yvonne, about that. Because it was formerly Shenanigans with the Bergs, but it's now been changed and rebranded to Shenanigans with the Bergs. So yeah, we've got that coming up. Got a couple more Temus flying over, including something that is, I keep teasing you about this, it's something to do for hair cutting. So I know that's not really a diamond painting thing, but this is the thing. You buy diamond paintings and then you see, I don't know about you guys, but you know when it's got that click one pay thing, add one pay or click pay, something like that. But you know when you buy something and you check out and then it says you can add items on? Well, I always check the home page, and that's where I found this thing, and I was like, oh, so got to get that, because it's going to help so much. Because I'll be honest, the only person that cuts my hair is my mum. I will not go, I refuse to go to a barber shop ever again. The first barber shop I went to was next to a restaurant called the Fish and Chicken in Whittam, and they completely ballsed up my hair. I was so angry, and of course I had to pay. There was nothing I could do about it, and it's not like a restaurant where you can refuse your food, because you can refuse to pay if your food's not up to standards. And yeah, they basically cut, I said, can I have a number 12? I always have a number 12. And they did a number 7, and it looked bloody awful. It looked like a bowl shape. I'm being serious. Like, even my dad noticed it, and oh man, I never ever ever trust a barber's ever again. So the only person that cuts my hair now is my mum, because she's the only one I can trust to do it correctly. So yeah, my hair, funny enough, I don't know how the hell we've got on the subject of growing hair, but my hair doesn't tend to grow that quick, actually. I think there was one time it grew so quick I looked like a bloody grizzly bear. But yeah, it doesn't really grow that quick. So I don't know. But yeah, what I normally do as well is if I'm doing like a late one like this, I'll just leave it uploading throughout the night, and then when I get up nice and early, have my toast and coffee before I hop on the train, it's all done. So pretty nice. I've been buying them latte Nescafes coffees, and they're so lovely. And Pauline, if you're watching, you need to buy from the co-op. They're called Pop Dots, and they're little cakes, and every so often they have all different makes. And oh my god, I went in the co-op today up the hill where the locker is, and oh my god, they have mini egg cookies, and you only get 4 in a pack, but with the Pop Tops you get 5 in a pack for £1. And oh man, these mini egg cookies are so good. So you so need to try them. I will miss working with this pen, you know, because Valentine, I can't believe it. We're nearly over on March, but February even. But we go into the wonderful world of fruits next month. So yes, it's a new sort of theme that I've introduced. I've not really done fruits. I don't like to do the same themes over and over. Some like tigers and that I'll always do, but yes, I needed something for March and I could not think what to do, and I thought, you know what, I'm doing fruits. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to doing a bit of that. And then what have we got after that? April. So April, I think it was Harry Potter, but I'll have to check that, because I may move that because it's Easter. Easter's for the last couple of years, it's got earlier and earlier. And I'm pretty damn sure they've pushed Good Friday into the end of March. I'm not 100% sure on that because I was going to get the Peaky Blinders calendar, but I totally forgot to order it, and it's now the end of February, and I'm thinking, is it really worth ordering it? Because I've got a Man U one, I've got the Harry Potter one, so I don't really need like calendars everywhere, you know? So the Harry Potter one did go in the bedroom, but I've moved it in the front room. I like to have one in every room, apart from obviously the hall and the toilet. It's just very aggravating, like, if you ain't got the calendar in front of you, you've got to go all the way through to the other room to find the date of the thing. So, yeah. But yes, it's been a busy old day today. We've been stocking perfume on the... I got lumbered with stocking up perfume today. And I was like, are you for real? Like, I've literally got a stack perfume. I mean, they could have put me on the aftershave section, but no, I get lumbered with perfume. So I had to fill out perfume and then the toothpaste department. I like to call it a department, but yeah, so... And there's this new toothbrush that I want to get. Is it called Oral-B or something? Oral-B OI or something like that? They advertise it on the TV. And talking of which, guys, I got a really good announcement last night. Tonight, I was watching the new the programme, and an advert came on Big Brother, and I was like, oh yes, because they've been advertising it a few days, but they have finally given us the date that it's on, and it is March the 4th, so very excited for that. Ant and Dec returns this week, so this weekend we've got Ant and Dec Saturday Night Takeaway. They keep saying, ITV keeps saying it's the last one, but it's not. They're just taking a break because they have said that it takes up quite a lot of their year. But yeah, apparently this one's going to be like some things from the past. You've got Stephen Millum in the end of the show box thing. You know, the announcer that sits in that booth at the top of where the seats are. And they announce what's coming up, so that'd be nice. I think Britain's Got Talent is in April. Let us know in the comments. Do you guys in America get America's Got Talent? Because I think they do an American version of that show. So yeah. What I love about this is it's so lovely in pink. And I was going to put it up. I think it was Tuesday I wanted to put it up. But it was so funny because I was looking for the drills. And I knew that I kitted them up in my little, them little storage things. And I had the whole of the wardrobe out because the shelf in the wardrobe is basically where I put my storage cases. And it was not there. And I thought, well, it must be in there. So I had the whole of the top shelf out today, and there they were, right at the back. So, yeah. I would like February out the way, to be fair, because it's been a bloody long month. I hate months that have 5 weeks in. It just drags and drags. I don't know why, but it just feels like this month is just going so slow. But yeah, so we'll be doing a bit of that. So yeah. And what have we got on Friday? So Friday is obviously the preview videos. So the previews will be back. Sorry, not previews. I'm getting tired. Premieres will be back on Friday. I'm trying to get the kit up videos back. But I want to order some more. I was going to empty some, but we're too busy at the moment with painting, and we've not got enough to come dormant, so I'm going to get some of the order some more. I can get that next day delivery because I've got Amazon Prime, and then we'll bring them back as well. So I'll do like a premiere in the morning and perhaps a kit up in the evening. So now we're doing the inside of the ear canal here. There will be, as always, when I kit up, what I do, I think this is a rectangle, not a square, but oh well. When I look at a painting, I'll look and I'll go, right, so I don't kit up in order. I will go from, right, this has got a lot of colour. The S, the H has got a lot of colour. I will always work on the ones that have got a lot of colour. If it's, for example, 3, I can see that don't really crop up a lot. So I'd rather kit up like the bigger colours first. So we'll go back over the ones that we haven't done next time. And yeah, so this year it's been, and towards the end of last year, it's been really good for TV. There's so much programs on nowadays. I think in 2021 and 22, there was one year, I can't remember what year it was around the pandemic, and it was just crap on TV. There was just nothing to watch. And they reckon it's because they didn't have the money to make the shows. Yet you sort of think to yourself, but you're recording them in advance. If you look at EastEnders, what you see, say, yesterday, that would have been filmed like 6 or 7 weeks ago, or months ago. I think EastEnders films 6 months in advance, or something like that. So, Denise is having a rough patch in EastEnders. She's going through a condition called psychosis. What psychosis is basically it's a condition where you basically see things that are not there, and you have like delusions and stuff. So I think it's psychosis that she's going through. I did have a look on the Google and put in psychosis, and it does seem to be something like that. And like she'll see something there and she'll go, no, 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 you know, and of course there's nothing there, but she's playing that line, that storyline at the moment. So the cliffhanger was she drove her and Amy off and nearly crashed the car. Why is it in EastEnders that whenever they drive down the road, which is not in the Albert Square, they always end up trying to have a road crash? So anyway, they've gone off, and Amy, I think, was tracking the car or tracking the map, and Denise saw it, and so she's chucked her phone out the window, and that's when they nearly crashed. And then she said to Amy that that's him, meaning Keanu, and yeah, so then Denise has gone off into the woods saying something, and that's where the credits went up. And the reason it's called a cliffhanger is because they leave it at the end of the scene, and basically it leaves you in a position where you're like, oh, I want to see the next issue, the next episode, what happens, you know, what's going to happen next, you know. So yeah, but yeah, I think I'll get Barnaby. I've just got to, I haven't finished that off yet, but I've just got to do some patching up here and then over here, and that's pretty much done. So that might be Friday's video, I think. I'm definitely not going to put any more launches on for February now, so this will be the last one that I launch, and it's definitely going to roll over, I think, because there's no way we're going to get this done. I just can't believe I've had this for 2 years and I've only just started it. But this is the thing, as I said the other day, you know, you buy all these paintings and they get pushed to the back of the files, and then you forget that you've got them. And last sort of couple of weeks, I've really sort of sorted the files out, trying to put animals in one, buildings in another, and that's when I found this, and I was like, oh my god, I've so got to do that. Because originally I wanted to do it as the tiger theme, but then seeing all the pink, I thought, well, this has got to be some sort of Valentine's thing going on here. So yeah, that's when I done that. But yeah, it's really lovely to work on this one. So I've got to figure out where I want to. I think we'll take it down to that S part here. Sorry, you guys can't see this, but there's an S just there. So that would be a good stopping point, I think, on that. What else is happening on in the world? There is something going on with Gaza, and someone on the news apparently yesterday was keeping... Apparently this man had an obsession with keeping birds' eggs. And I can't remember the species of the birds, but they said that apparently he had over 30,000 or something. If you Google it, if you just put like man who stole birds' eggs or something like that, it should come up. But if I recall, it was something to do with he had a obsession with this specific bird egg. So, and of course, I think they said one of the wildlife charities, the RSPB, as I said, I don't know if it was that because this is news from like 2 days ago. And I think they said that they couldn't understand why this breed weren't populating. Well, it turns out it's because he's been hiding all the eggs. Why would you... I just don't understand that. Like, why would you keep an egg? Like, especially if there's like a chicken there as well. Like, how can you just keep a random egg? Like, oh man. So, yeah. So he got into trouble for that, and then they seized all the eggs. So, yeah. It's not really nothing else happening apart from there was a program on TV and it's called Conjoined Twins, and they did mention it on the news the other day. It's about these twins that are conjoined, and apparently they estimated that they wouldn't live past 7 days or 1 day, but they've managed to no, I think it was they couldn't live. They estimated that they wouldn't live before like 2 days after 2 days or 1 day. And they've managed to live on till 7th day, and there's a program on, and it's about the inseparable twins. Apparently, I find that fascinating because what amazes me, I love medical programs, Bizarre ER, Ambulance, 24 Hours in A&E. I just find it fascinating how these fantastic surgeons know how to fix things. For anyone that don't like gory stuff, please leave the room or cover your ears now. But I've actually watched autopsies where they actually cut the brain open and they pull the brain out, and to get that brain out they cut the 2 optic nerves, and you basically see them like go all through the guts and stomach, and oh, I love all that sort of thing. I love finding out how people die. And there was a documentary series that they did quite a while back, and it was autopsy of like famous celebrities, and they showed you what happened. I think one of them was Whitney Houston, but yeah, I don't know. Michael Jackson was definitely one. I don't know. They didn't actually do like any surgery and stuff, but they sort of talked you through what happened and why it happened. So yeah. Right, I did have an ooh la la, so let's get that. I like to, when I see an O, I call it ooh la la. And isn't this a beautiful sexy pink there? Absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, so I feel like if I take it any further, we're going to lose the shape of this. So what I'll do is I'll do the bits around the flower and go from there. But how are we doing for time? 34 minutes. Lovely. So we've got loads of time. Whew. Won't be long before TikTok. That app, it was so funny because last night I saw a video and it popped up, and it's this guy and he's in his bed with his headphones on, and he put on the post thing, "This is me at 4 o'clock in the morning," and then forgetting to turn the phone off, because it is addictive. Like, the minute you put that app on, it's like Temu. The minute you put that app on, you're scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and you can't get off the damn thing. I tend to watch a lot of drone flyers, you know, shopping people do a lot of reviews on there about products. There's a lot of sweet companies on there that do live packing, so you can actually watch them packing your order. It's and there's a sweet company that this camera, I don't know how it does it, but the lady looks in the camera, and if she's over there, she can follow she'll look at the camera and go around the room, but the camera follows her, and there's no one obviously operating the camera. So it's like a sensor. So, and sometimes she'll go, come on, I'm over here, and the camera will follow her. I'd love to know what that camera is, because I like gadgets and stuff. There's actually a company called the Gadget Discovery Club, and I did do it. It was like £9.99 for the first box, but it was ridiculous because they said that you only get a shipment every 3 months, and I said, is there any way you can do like monthly shipments? And they said they don't do that. So it's basically you only get something every 3 months. I mean, that is a bloody long wait. So yeah, you know what I'm like. I like things, if I order something and it says 3 days, I want it in 3 days. So yes, I'm very hot on parcels and stuff like that. I suppose I get it from selling, really. I do selling on Vinted, so you know, I suppose I get it from there, really. It's just whack it in the box, get it off. Money, money, money. But any sales that I make, I tend to invest it into diamond painting and stuff. If I can help someone out, I don't like getting rid of things, so if I can get someone a second use out of it, then I will. So, but a lot of the time the customers want bloody Yodel, and Yodel are longer than ever. They take forever just to get it through the system. And yeah, so I switch Yodel off, and then they say, I want to buy this, but you ain't got Yodel. And I'm like, I'll switch it back on, because I like InPost or DPD. But I did discover if I switch Yodel off, the buy now button disappears. So it's like you have to have Yodel by default. So yeah. Tick tock, tick tock. Oh yes, that's sexy pink. Look at this. This is what we call a fuchsia, and I have a few. My mum's got a fuchsia bush in her garden. I don't know if she still has it, because she got it a long time ago. But oh man, I'm looking forward to seeing what this looks like, because we're doing flowers. Yes, and you know what May is? May is the Chelsea Flower Show, and we do flowers every May. So it's an early start for then. So yeah. And I'm sorry it's took so long, Yvonne, to do your unboxing, but when I do like an unboxing, especially it's like if someone sent me a gift, if I do an unboxing, I always put it in the diary. So it could be that I've got 10 videos in front of your one, so it just gets booked into the next available slot, and yours is next week. I know you sent it like ages ago, but I'm terrible. I forget things, and so yeah, I'm gonna be working on probably Barnaby tomorrow. Let's do a bit of O. I do have L, so hopefully we can do that soon. That L is this sort of like peach colour. And look guys, I've been kitting up the butterflies, so I've got to start them coasters. I love them. So this is the thing again, like with paintings, I can like dive straight into one, and then others I just shelve it for like God knows how long, because I just think, oh, I'll do that another time, you know. But yes, there's nothing happening. Oh my God, can you imagine it? Like if they're putting the live streams back on for Big Brother, oh no, all them nights 9 till 2 solid watching a live stream. And it's so frustrating because like they play the bird whistle like every 5 minutes, and it's like, because some things I can't broadcast apparently. So when you hear the, you know, the whistle, that's when they're covering up the whatever they're supposed to not be talking about, I suppose. But yeah, normally I'll have a YouTube video on And while the bird's whistling, I'm playing that. And then the minute they talk, I pause the YouTube and play that. And then when they whistle, play YouTube. Beep, 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 you know. So, yes, it's all looking forward to it. But apparently this one's only on 3 weeks. Apparently. So, we don't know. So, I need a pull and bread. Love, I need to follow so. Dear, drink with jam and bread, that will lead us back to dough, a dear, a female dear. I actually crewed on that in, oh God, that was probably the first one I ever done with Whittam Amateur Operatic Society. This is the Self-Preservation Society. But yeah, and then, yeah, there's been a bloody long one. I always remember that one where she used to go, it was, I think it was Adam's Family, and she used to go, oh God, what the hell was that? No, it was Jack the Ripper, and she used to go, oh God, what the hell was that? I thought I saw a Ripper in a big black couch, she's singing, oh God. And then this chap would go, look at her count her money out, putting each penny in a pot. La 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 la. So what the hell has she forgot? But I'd love to do Les Miserables. You know, the one that goes, one day more. Oliver, Oliver, never before as a boy wanted more in the day that somebody named him Oliver. Da, da, da. I've done that as well. I've done Oliver the Producers, Adam's Family, Our House, Sound of Music, and what else did I do? Little Shop of Horrors. Little shop of horror, little shop of terror, little shop of horror, oh, 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 oh. Oh yes, Legally Blonde, I've done Legally Blonde, but that was at a different theatre, Mercury Theatre, and I've done Peter Pan, so I've done quite a lot. But yeah, so, they've been advertising Comic Relief because it's Red Nose Down the 15th of March here. I don't know if you guys in America celebrate that, but we do. It's like an event here on the 15th of March, and they've been advertising the one show, and they've gone, hi, I'm Ali Jones, but of course it's not Ali Jones, so it's someone else. But as the saying is, their slogan this year is do something funny for money. And then we have Children in Need in November, which takes up the whole of BBC One. And then I think they have a break for the news, and then they go into it like till 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's like, oh, I can't watch this anymore. And I can't record it because obviously it would like use the whole of my box up. It'd take all the storage up because it's so bloody long. Like, there's no need to put it on that long. It just causes so much aggravation because you can't watch EastEnders. They take EastEnders off. But have you noticed when it's football, they always seem to make room for bloody football. I'm not a lover of... and they put it on like, oh my God, like the summer is the worst because they put it on all through the summer and it's like boring as hell. So yeah. Who thinks I should apply for... I'm strongly considering applying for The Voice. Because I did apply for Big Brother and got through the application thing. And then they said that they wanted my social media platforms. And I'm thinking to myself, well, a diamond painting channel is not going to work well. Because if I put that on the application... then how is that no... Like, I think they want to see, like... Well, I don't know, they just said social media platforms, but I think they want to see, like, your personality and stuff like that, but I thought that ain't going to work then, is it? So I pulled out at the last minute. It's always been a dream of mine to go on there, and I'd love to go in the jungle, but the problem with that is that they don't do a standard version. Very similar, like Big Brother, you've got standard then celebrity. And technically YouTubers are celebrities, aren't we? We're all celebrities, because if you think about it, there was a lady that went in there and she was a YouTuber, and yeah, so technically we're a celebrity. A celebrity is basically someone that's well known. So yeah, we are all celebrities. We are young, you and I. We are like the birds and pie. La 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 la. Seasons in the sun. There is joy, there is fun, there is seasons in the sun. So Roxanne, what do you think of this? Because I just know you're gonna love it. And I'm pleased to hear that your grandson likes the painting, so I guess you'll be buying that for him soon. So, I mean, it wasn't really one that I wanted. It just came up on, like, recommendations, and I was like, I'm having that. It's coming home with me. So, yes. And it's nice and, you know, petite, isn't it? It's a nice short one, so I'm so happy I'm getting this done this year. After 2022, I bought it, I looked at the date, and it was May 2022, and I was like, no bloody way have I had it this long, you know? Like, madness. I dread to think if I've got any other older ones, but I really must make a start on, like, some of the long ones, like the ones that Mike and Kurt Pasocki got me, the Christmas one, the ocean one. I've got a couple of ones that I need to do that Angela got me, which was a flower. I don't think I've showed you the flower yet, but she got me a flower. I've got the ocean one I need to do. I've got the tree from Angela that I need to do. And still to this day, there is a white tiger and a butterfly. I don't know where it would be on the playlist, but I got this package one day and it didn't have no note or anything. And I put a message out there, could you tell, like, could the person who bought this please own up and say who got me it so I can thank them? And still to this day, I don't know who got me that. I don't think I'll ever know who got me that, but I wish I knew, and then I could thank them. But I was going to put them on, like, the little lions on this year, and it just, we had too many Christmassy things going on, so yes. And then I thought, well, I could bring them back for January, but then sort of like winter's over in it, so I don't know. Do you know what? That running water is going to do my head in listening to that all night. I mean, I turn the radiator off at night, so it normally stops when I turn it off, but there's obviously some sort of gurgling going down the thing. Has anyone actually, this is really random, but has anyone actually had a rat in their toilet before? Oh man. I just can imagine, like, this rat just, like, coming up your loo one day. I actually went fishing once, and pulled up a bloody waterfowl. And my dad was like, quick, cut it off the line. He physically had to cut the line because I couldn't get it off the thing. So it was, it just came running out of this bloody bush. It's like, because you've got the riverbank like there, and there's this grass thing, and it just went, loop, and went into the thing. I was like, oh. I'll never forget that day. Megan Eco, Petri, if you're on here, can you tell Megan Eco? But Megan Eco was, he's a part work builder like me, builds models and stuff. And